Hello everyone and welcome back to techystack channel. So today we'll try to explore one more new interview question. So this is the one thing which they are given one array. So if you just check, this is our array. So in this array, so you're having some repetitive numbers. Okay, from this repetitive numbers, so we need to fetch only the unique numbers. So when you observe this thing clearly, so we got some unique numbers is 3, 4, 8, 9. So these things, I mean, they want the logic, but they should not be used as link query. So how we can do with this UI path? So let's go back to the UI path studio. So the first step, so we need to declare that array. So let me go to the activities and I'm declaring the assign. I'm taking the assign activity and declaring the one temp array. We can make any name, it's fine. Okay, temp array I declared. So in this array, I will pass the same data. This is my data. So I pass it. Okay, now this is getting error. So because we need to go to variable scope and change that scope of that particular variable. So this is an array. So we know that array. So just change this array of integer. So because it's having some digits now, so that's why we make it as integer. So now this error will disappear. Okay. So here we did that thing. So, I mean, just we declare that integer. So now we first of all we try to understand how we can do this. So when you check this thing, so they want to find the unique numbers. So if you want to find the unique numbers, basically we need to use the for loop. So we don't know how many numbers are available in this particular array. So right now it has some 10 digits, I think so. In future it may be 17, 20, 27. We have this lot of numbers. The first step, so once you declare that array, the next step, so we need to apply the loop. So if you want to use that loop, so generally we are using this for loop. So I'm taking it for each. Just drag and drop this for each. So once you did that, so apply the conditions here. I mean the variable. So temporary. So now the loop has completed. In this loop, what we want to do? So we need to check that whether the current item having the my number or not. So we need to check. So once you check that, again we need to do one more step. So here what happened now? So we need to loop. I mean, I will show here. So first we need to take this number. Okay, take this number and we need to check entire this number whether it is repeated or not. Okay, first loop. This is a first loop, and second loop we need to check all these things. So if you want to do that, again we need to one more for loop. So again I'm taking one more for loop. So in this for loop, we need to put the one condition. So I will take this current item one, and this should be the current item, let it be. And here I will pass this temp array. So in this temp array only we have this elements, the data. So first temp array, what it will take? It will take this one. Okay. Once it will take one and come to the second loop. So let me put here hyphen one and take here hyphen two. Okay, this is first for each loop and second for each loop. So first it will take this number one. So in this loop, it will take this one and it will come to the second loop. So once it come to the second loop, it will check whether current item and current item one having the both numbers are equals or not match. So if it is match, then it don't want to go. If not match, something else we need to do, write that code. So for that, what we want to so we need to get one more assign activity because we need to check whether it got repeated only one time or more times. So just taking one more assign activity and making this activity as, I mean, I will put this inside here. So let me put this here. I will make this as temp counter. Okay, I will declare this as 0. Okay, go to these variables and change this type. So now this is done. The next what we want to do, it will take this temp counter as 0, and if match here, if anything is matched here, then we need to increment the temp counter. For that we need to take if condition. So in this if condition, what we need to, we need a solve syntax, which is nothing but as current item dot to string equals to current item one dot to string. If this is match, then I want to increment this counter. Just I will copy and paste this here. So I need to increment this counter. Temp counter plus one. Okay, this is done. So first loop is done and my second loop is done. Okay, two things are done. So the next final step, what we want to do now? So we need to check temp counter is equals to 1 or not. If this is equals to 1, then it's a unique number. For example, if you take 1 here, so it will loop. It will go to inside the second for each loop and check that condition. One first thing, it will come 1 temp counter. Second time it also loop to inside. I mean, I will show that thing, one scenario. So just next I will take this thing, if condition and temp counter equals to 1. Okay, if this tempo counter is equals to 1, then I need to append that unique values. So I'm taking this as an activity again, as an activity, and I will make this as final output. Okay, in this final output, I will update here final output plus, and what I want to do. So here I need to update this current item or to string. Okay, now we'll run this one. We'll go to debug method and we'll see how it will works. So I will show the only the one case. I mean one or then I will show up to there. So step into again. So the temp array declaration is completed. Now it's come to. So initially it will take the temp counter as 0. Now it will move to the second condition. So it will check current item is 1 and 1. Then my temp counter will increase. Next it will come. Again it will check my temp counter will increase. So similar way it will do for all the things. When it is matched, it will done. I will go to one step back here and I will put the breakpoint. So let me go to one more step back. Okay, I will stop this and I will run enter, and post that I will keep one message box here after this. Message box. So just update is check. So I will show the output in immediate panel window. So I'm running this end-to-end advanced. So if you want to use, you can use a link queries, but interview asked this, I don't want link queries. He want to something in different format. So that's why this approach will get. So now I will update here final. Where is this final? Okay. What happened now here? Declaration is not incomplete. I mean variable scope. Let's go to that final and declare this sequence. Running one more time. So small mistakes it will happen for any developers while developing the code. So make sure that try to avoid as much as possible. And finally final output. And now we can see this. What is our output? So this is we got this data. Forget about the comma. So you can use a third left function, remove that, or might be the right function you can use, and we can get the 3489. So this is the way how we can do that things. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn off notifications so you never miss an upload.